That stands for DC, Maryland, and Virginia. Got a great show for y'all this morning. It's not too late to invite your teams. Get your teams on. I had a couple conversations with people, right? And before we get started, um, just want to ask everybody, would it be okay if we had some courageous conversation real quick? I had
Yes, yes.
some chats with my leaders uh yesterday, a few of them, and we were just talking about how it's so funny. A lot of people say, I don't want to tune into the morning Zooms, right? I don't want to tune in. I don't feel like I gotta do all that stuff. Or I don't want to get trained. I don't want to tune into the trainings. It's a funny thing. I don't know if y'all cover sports, but let's look at basketball, for instance. Anybody ever played basketball out there? Show of hands, say yes. Type in the chat. Anybody? Anybody ever had children that played?
Yes, yes,
Um,
yes.
had anybody ever had children that played basketball? Well, if you watched a basketball player, I know I started playing at about 5 or 6 years old. I was actually really good. And then God really started messing with me. When I got to the 10th grade, he was like, I'm gonna stop you from growing. So I was playing basketball, high school, and everything, and I just stopped growing. I was like, really? But the point I'm making is we always had to practice. And we had to practice doing things that were mundane, monotonous. They were like a layups. Every time you go to a basketball practice or a basketball game, that's what they start out doing, layups. And we can be 100% sure that everybody knows how to do a layup, right? But you didn't see Michael Jordan say, hey, why I got to do this layup? He actually came to the gym. Hold on one second. Meredith, can you get that beat? Um, he actually came to the gym hours before the game to practice his layups, to practice his free throws. So what I'm saying is when you get that mindset that you don't need to practice, like this right here, it's a funny thing because I was talking to the leaders yesterday and I was like, people complain about what they don't want to do. And guess what? They be the same ones that don't make any money in Experian because they won't show up for the practices. Then I hear stuff like, you know, I don't like the way this person says, or I don't like the way this person. Man, get past that. If you want to make some money, plug in. Because I promise you, if you try to find and do it your own way, is it? Let me be totally transparent. Has anybody out here ever once said, you know what? That don't even sound right. I'm gonna do it my way. Anybody? And if you have, did you experience or are you experiencing any success doing it your own way? Just something to think about. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I got three questions for y'all, for the ones that are showing up and plugging in. Team, how y'all feel?
Fired up.
Fired up.
Fired up.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And what's up?
My
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 income.
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 See, you know what? We got to get everybody's income up because I can tell in that one. See, everybody said fired up, and then when I said what's up, everybody said my income. Facts,
Income.
facts. So I need to rewind the Alpine. If the income ain't where it needs to be, y'all need to be plugging in. So I'm gonna ask that question again. What's up?
My
My
Income.
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 Woo!
Ah.
And we do not have a DJ today. Um,
Mhm.
so even if the DJ was trying to do something, I know he's got some faulty wires this morning. So we ain't gonna do the DJ, but I'm gonna still ask the question: Who gets a green sheet?
Everybody gets
Everybody.
a
Everybody.
green
Green sheet.
sheet.
Everybody gets a green sheet.
Anybody.
Yeah, so everybody play that song in their head. Everybody get a green
Get a
sheet.
good shit.
So with
Everybody.
that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go ahead and start this pass the ball. And
You got one more, John. Y'all haven't been doing it all week.
yeah, we do it at the top. I usually do it when we get to the top and we cross over. So With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, look at Marcella trying to come in and run the program. With that being said, I'm gonna take the ball. I'm gonna pass it to my sister from another mister. She and I had some courageous conversation yesterday, along with a couple other people. And when I tell you she is crushing it, she's running the plays, and she does it. It makes it look so graceful. You know, I talk to her sometimes, and she'd be like, I got 12 applications I got to do tonight. I'm like, damn, that's a good problem to have. So with that being said, I'm want to bring up none other than we call her superstar, Miss Takesha Carr. Are you able to share with us this morning?
Good morning, team. It's a great day in the land. Yes, happy, what's today? Thursday. It's been a long week and I can't hardly keep up with the days, you guys. It's that kind of week. But as Doc said, it's a great problem to have. We've been doing a lot of activity this week. Met with a few business owners on yesterday. Had some conversations with a few that were very, very interesting. I know those that was on the office hours calls. I was telling you guys that I was about to hop off because I was going to enroll a business owner. Well, I getting in to do the enrollment, and not only is she looking for something for herself, she's looking for something for her husband, her two children, her mother, and her father. So I was really, really impressed just at the conversation that we had. And if I could encourage you guys to do anything, it's literally just to sit down and talk to people. Having conversation is how we're able to close a lot of deals. Like we can't sit down and close a deal unless we're having conversation. And sometimes it's asking just the right question in order to get to where we need to be. So one of the questions that I asked for her, being an entrepreneur, also, I wanted to know about her retirement options, and I wanted to know about the things that she had in place. This started out as a Aflac consult because she was coming to do whole life plans, and in the midst of doing whole life plans, she ended up making sure she had a term, making sure she had a whole life, and then she said, "I need IUL too." She was like, "Look, run it up." Just like I need it all. So I was really, really grateful just for her in that space. And she allowed us to have that same conversation with the employees and even some of her other business partners. But what I did find was the same. Let me check my time. I don't know how much time I got, but what I did find was that her business partner in the same office space, we had the same conversation, and that business partner was like, "You know what? I don't think that's for me." She was like, "Nah, just give me some whole life, and I'm good. I'm good." Well, it was after I began to run quotes for the first business partner and give her illustrations. She went back inside the office and started talking to the second business partner that was like, "Nah, she just wanted to keep the whole life." Well, before I left, she was like, "You know what? Can you come back tomorrow and talk to me?" She's like, "I think I want to look at this too." So again, I say, you guys, let's not neglect our green sheet. Our green sheet uncovers a whole lot, and then just making sure that we're having those conversations. Thanks, Uncle Jock, for the time.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you for sharing. I'm glad you shared that story. I wasn't sure if you were, because when you told that to me, I was blown away. This lady was adamant about, I don't need nothing else. I don't need my money to grow. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Basically, leave me alone.
Nathaniel has a
And when
question in the chat, Jack.
I got you. I got you. I got
Okay,
you.
I'm sorry.
Y'all hold tight. Y'all hold fast this morning. Everybody getting anxious around this joint. I got it. So, um, then when Takesha talked to, was it her sister-in-law, Takesha?
Yes, her sister-in-law.
Yeah, so she talked to the sister-in-law. The sister-in-law was like, I want it all. I need it. Who husband get a green sheet, child get a green sheet, other child get a green sheet, I get a green sheet, we all get a green sheet. And then the daggone sister-in-law flipped the script. Takesha had to stand there with her like with her superhero dun stand like she had on the Underoos joint, like really, with her hands on her hip. And so the thing is, just keeping that conversation going, right? Keeping that
Hmm.
conversation going and just rolling off, having a conversation with somebody right next to her just gave her a whole paradigm shift. Takesha, do you see the question that
Yes,
Nathaniel had? And Gertie, can you
yes.
mute your phone, Gertie? Gertie, thank you, Gertie.
Oh,
So how many options did I show? When I had a conversation with her, we sat down and we looked at the green sheet because she was literally telling me what she needed. I only showed her the I showed her an illustration for IUL only because we'd already tackled like the temporary and the whole life plan. I mean the term and the whole life plan. I'd already showed her those plans. So when we sat down to look at the IUL was the only one that she was really interested in because she already had a Roth. So she knew how that worked. So
Mhm.
when we did the IUL, we looked at an IUL for the kids based on face value, and then I showed her the growth. So when I got ready to do hers and her husband's, it was strictly just on how much money they wanted to put in. So I hope that answers your question.
Well, great job, Takesha. As always, you are always leading from the front. And you got to do that master class on getting in front of groups of people, not only getting in front of groups of people. I saw a post that you put out. Takesha went and talked to, was it a school? Was this the same?
Yeah,
Was this the
a high
same
school.
place? A
No,
high
different place.
school. Oh, okay. This was a high school. Was that the principal that put that post out?
This was the
Who?
teacher. This is
Okay.
the career education teacher. She invited us to come over, and Shantae and I went over and spoke to a group about 60 kids, and we really sat down and talked to them about the importance of insurance, what insurance looks like, and then really talked about how to make money in insurance and creating wealth. And guess what, you guys? I used a portion of the week one education piece.
Hmm.
So we did that. I gave them, if you notice, if you look at the post, you'll see them like working in groups. So I gave them some scenarios or of instances in real life that can happen, and then what insurance had them decide on what insurance product could be used in every situation. And then from there, that was a highlight of the day. And then we start just expounding on those. And lastly, I talked about the money and how the financial services industry was making the most millionaires in the world, and how we had people that were making $1 million over here, and we're just getting started.
I love it, love it, love it. Well, I wanted to pull over and unpack and unbox some of that stuff because you had some great stuff going on. Remember, bring us that master class sooner than later.
Let's put it on
Takesha's
the
a pro.
calendar.
Yeah, she's a pro at not only getting in front of groups of people, but creating those attraction marketing conversations that make people be like, I want it, I want it. Like I said, she be having 10, 12, 15 applications just sitting that she has to put in at one time. And I'm like, man, how does she do it? Because she gets in front of people. So with that being said, Takesha,
Yes,
excuse me.
sir. I see a hand up, and I want to pass it to none other than my sister with the silver locks, the lady who I have seen grow like tremendously. I'm talking
Yes,
about someone that was on the fence, like, you know what? I don't know if this is going to be for me. I don't know if I'm going to ever get it, but I'm going to hang in there. And what I love is just your determination, young lady. And I have a tremendous amount of respect from you, and I learn so much from you on a daily basis. So without any further ado, I still lost Queen, as Troy calls her, Miss Poetic Justice, Miss Tawana Chisley.
I learned a tremendous amount from you, and I had to hop on because you have this natural or innate ability to communicate with
hmm
people the way that they need to hear it.
hmm
And I'm in awe, and I appreciate you every day, every time you get on. I know I haven't called you lately. It's like, excuse, I need some help, but that's because you taught me some stuff, and I'm like, I think I got this. So I appreciate you every day. I just wanted to say that the gentleman that told me about will ask me to do a commercial for his podcast, and he's going to let it run um, on a weekly basis, like every day. So I was working on getting my dialogue together for this 30-second commercial. So I used Chat GPT, and they came up with a great little dialogue for me. So I'm going to be putting that together, and also adding my little nuts and bolts, but also I added the we have a 4-step system, a special 4-step system onto the dialogue. So I'm really excited about putting this together today. And he also sent me a link for this. I don't know if you all are familiar with this Flip app, but you can make posts on this app and earn money doing it as well. So I'm really going to, when I do this commercial, I'm going to put it on this app and let it run. So I'm also going to garner some attention that way. And to be honest, I'm a person that, you don't believe this, I'm a person that really doesn't like to be out there, but I do what I have to do in order for my business to grow. So that's something that you all might want to think about, even though you don't want to do videos or whatever. This is what's going to advance you. So you have to get out of your way and make this happen. So
Love it, love it, love it. Who you passing that ball to? Hold on, wait. No, you know what? I do want to stop here. Is that Troy's timer going off that I'm hearing?
No, that's
Nope.
mine. That's mine.
Oh, that's yours.
I'm
Okay,
getting
see,
pinged.
see.
Somebody sending me a message.
Okay, okay.
That's me.
So here's the thing. You just mentioned something that this might help a lot of people. If you're scared to talk to folks, right? What was one of the things that you did, Tawana, that helped you get out of your being just in that little shell where you were kind of scared for so long to just bust out?
Oh,
What were some of the
I do
things that helped
videos.
you? So
I do
so
videos.
you
I talk to
actually
myself in the bathroom.
okay.
I do videos. I talk to myself via the video. So, I'm always trying to tweak it. Like this thing I'm going to do now, it does sound like it's a little salesy. So you have to just make it work for you so that you're not selling something, but you're having a conversation. So
All right,
it's just
cool.
practice of, and then, there's other things, but we don't have to worry about that right now. Just do videos, take time, talk to yourself, get comfortable with it until you can get out and do it in front of people.
Gotcha. Who you passing that ball to? Somebody has their hand up.
Pass it to Miss Monique. Did I get it right? For M Tax and Financial Services.
Yes, yes, you did.
Monique, the
Wow.
floor is yours.
I want y'all to see me this morning. If I can get the camera out,
That's what I'm talking about.
you're gonna see why in a minute. I don't know why I won't do it. There
There
we
you
go.
Oh, you got that background. Yeah. I seen it for a second. There it is.
Hey y'all. I'm excited this morning. I'm new to the business. I have a great coach in Miss V, and I put my first 2 insurance policies in, the IUL and the term policy yesterday. So I was excited about that. But I
Okay.
wanted to share that I do get out into the community because I came from the school system. So I made a decision last year that whenever somebody asks me to come, I'm coming. So they called me to the senior citizen facility this week, and you just go. And so a few people showed up, but Miss V came because my voice is still hoarse. Miss Ramanda, I need to talk to you, but I'm still hoarse. So I asked Miss V to come and speak for me, and we turned it out. A lot of people didn't come, like people that the seniors, maybe like 15, but we worked the booths. So all the people that were out doing what we were doing, we talked to those people and set up some things with them, financial for their own businesses and that type of thing. And so that's what I do. I get out in the community because I work from home, but that's how I meet people. And I do have 7 insurance policies coming on Friday
Ooh.
from a lady too. And she called me because she got sick. And she said, when I got sick, I remember what you said. None of us have insurance. And she said, my husband needed, I needed, my son needed, his wife needed, my grandchild needed, and my mother. So all of them are getting policies this week. So I'm excited, and I'm really just happy to be the solution. That's why I wanted this background.
Ho, Monique. Boy, you got me fired up. You got me fired up. So we got what time is it? Dang, boy, time is flying. Time be flying when you're having fun, right? Here's the
Mm-hmm.
deal. How long have you been an insurance agent, Monique?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going into my fourth year.
Fourth year, right? And how
Yeah.
long you been with Xperia?
Miss V, like 3 weeks, I think.
3 weeks,
Maybe.
right?
Mhm.
Now, coming from a previous insurance company, you've been here for a month. How did you transition so fast and start just how'd you get on the I'm trying to paint this picture. How did you get on the track so fast and just start putting these applications and talking to people?
Because where I came from, I had a trainer that was in a different state, and she was, a high person, if you will. She really didn't have time to train me. So the first year and a half, I just, didn't make any money, tried to learn the business, you know how we do. And then really like at the last half of the year, last year is when I start taking off because now I knew more. I had been talking
Okay.
to people. But when I came into this business, I promise you, I'm not just saying this, but that green sheet and the 4-step process, I showed my brother who's licensed also. I showed him one video. He was like, I'm
Hmm.
in because
Yes.
we need this training. And that
Yes.
green sheet, I mean, once you do that, you figure out what to get people. You don't have to try to figure it out. So
Ho, 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 ho. I gotta stop you because you just, man, you don't realize what you're doing right now. You just said something. You said hold on. First, you said you came from another company where you didn't get training, right? What did I start out saying this morning? You get all these people that say, I don't need this training. It's the same old layups. It's the same layups. It's the same layups. You coming from another company, Miss V, with the experience that she has,
Mm-hmm.
she always talks about it. The reason I'm saying this is for the people that have not been in life insurance. Y'all don't understand how good you have it over here because you don't understand what else is out there. There is nothing out there like this. And you said something else. You said the green sheet, it solves all of your problems. Everybody, not everybody, some people try to do it on their own and can't figure out why they can't get across the finish line. If you fill out the green sheet, learn the system properly, the green sheet system, and learn the special 4-step system, come to practice. Monique is a prime example. I've seen people transition from other companies, been with us for months and months and months, and they're still stuck because they will not follow the special 4-step system. So I just want to say, Monique, man, you're a breath of fresh air,
Thank
and keep
you.
on doing what you're doing, Miss V. You are doing great
Miss
coaching,
B,
and y'all keep and keep shooting them shots and making them buckets, and keep inspiring because that's the focus of today is the importance of plugging in and coming to practice. When you think that you're too big to come to practice, when you think you're too big to show up, guess what? You ain't your bank account ain't gonna grow up. If you don't show up, your bank account ain't gonna grow up. Facts.
amen.
Woo!
So
You
thank you.
got me fired up this morning. Who you passing that ball to? Somebody actually has their hand up.
Oh, I'm gonna pass the ball to Mr. Nicole Elijah Pye. I've heard him several times being on this call, and he's inspiring as well because he's out there getting it. So I'm gonna pass it to Nicole Elijah Pye.
Thank you, Monique. You fired up everybody this morning. Thank you so
Yes.
much. And Uncle Jai, thank you for elaborating on what Monique just shared. Because, like I always say, you will never miss your water, no matter how dirty that water is, until your well runs dry.
Hmm.
The day your well runs dry, that's the day you will appreciate that water. So whatever you have, the day you don't have it anymore. So when you talk about people coming here and not knowing what they have here Oh my
Yes.
God. You got to be somewhere else, right? It's just like when we sometimes our people, when we take our children back home to see the situation and then they come back here, they appreciate here more. I'm telling you.
Mm.
So for those who have not been in this industry and been on other platform and see the way people are neglected, and I mean, there was a young guy that left us, went to another company, thinking that they said it's always greener on the other side until you get there, right? And then he went there and he came back and he said, "Wow, nobody have the process of training and sharing information like you all do here." Well, to get back to my time, I'm so excited because I'm so happy that I'm on the Xperts platform. And I was able to submit 2 policy yesterday. I'm so grateful for doing that because I just wanted to make sure that this man have something to submit to show that I'm out there doing some work. And I know that when you go out there and do some work, the result is going to come. And for those who are out there doing work and not having the result immediately, don't worry. We are like farmers, all right? Farmers plant and then the result come later. The seed don't grow immediately, but it start growing with with the root under the ground, and then we show up on the surface. So keep doing what you are doing, keep planting. The result will definitely come. So thank you, Maury, for motivating all this morning. Thank you
Nicole,
for
real
allowing me
quick,
to share. Yes, sir.
I wanted to ask you something. You're an executive director, and I'm sure that you experience the peaks and valleys, the roller coaster ride of life, of the business, of getting into a zone. Sometimes you flatten out, but you always come on here and share things that not only motivate us, but show us that you stay motivated. How in the hell do you do it when you hit those valleys, when you get out of zones, when life starts throwing those darts at you? How do you stay motivated, keep yourself in the car, and still do the money making activities?
Uncle Jack, to be sincere with you, and I always share with my team every single call, and anybody on my team that attend our training will tell you every day. My number one thing is the reason why I joined this experience. The reason why I joined this industry. And I always encourage everybody, and I've heard you people talk about it all the time. When you come on board, there was something that actually motivated you, right? That give you that desire to do this. Oh, I'm going to do this because I want to either change my zip code, I want to help more families, I want to do this, I want to put more money here, I want to change my life. The question is always, if I don't go out there and do what is necessary to be done, can those things be changed? If I don't go out there and do the work, will those things be changed? Will I be able to help people like I said I was going to do when I signed the AOA? If I don't go out there and talk to people, will I be able to change people's life if I sit in my home and complain about the English of somebody? Let me say this very clear. In my previous company, 98% of people that were in our team were Vietnamese, right? And if you think that my accent is bad, sit down with some of these people. But you see them making money. There was a guy that was in my team that was always complaining, "Oh, this CEO, he can't pronounce this thing right. He's not." I say, look, doesn't matter what he pronounced wrong or right. How much is he making and how much are you making? So my why is always my motivation,
Love it.
right? If I promise somebody that I was going to bring you on board here and help you change your life, have that been done? If not, that is my responsibility to go out there and put in the work every day. And like I always say, I cannot ask you for numbers if I'm not producing the numbers. I cannot ask
Mm,
you to go there and change somebody's life if I'm not changing somebody's life. So those are the
love it.
things that keep me in the car every day.
Love it, man.